with you. I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you.
If you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you listening, and I also appreciate your comments down below. All right, let's get into the mind of Trisha Paytas in 2006 when she was a stripper in Los Angeles. All right, so we are going to begin with December 31st, 2006. Dear Diary. Spending New Year's Eve in a hospital, which I'll never be able to afford. No insurance, no money saved. I did this to myself. Well, I suppose technically it's 2007 now. Pretty sure I'm going to get fired for this one. Mr. Black came back in tonight. I let him sweet talk me again. It was clear he had no recollection of calling me a fat cunt. Just a few weeks ago, he preys on the girls with the low self-esteem, I've noticed. He loves me for the fact that I'll forgive him anything, even attempted murder tonight. I guess he caught wind of our rules and not calling the cops for whatever reasons our managers don't want us to. I'm shaking right now because I can hardly breathe without this oxygen mask. But for some reason, I'm not shaken up by the fact that neither my manager at the club, nor another girl, nor Mr. Black himself called the police or an ambulance. To be honest, I don't even know who dropped me off here. I remember it was a good-looking guy, or maybe it was a fat guy. Was it our DJ? I don't know. All I know is that I'm here in the hospital and my neck is throbbing. Mr. Black wanted to tie me up and do choke out sex tonight. I was a little scared but turned on, I guess. Really, the last thing I remember is him undoing my wrists and putting the tie around my neck. I think he was being playful. He was whispering sexy things into my ear, and I remember saying, I can't breathe, and then yelling, I can't breathe. Security came back, and then they left. I don't really understand why. I don't really understand why. Maybe this is all in my head, but I swore he said something about my perfume I wore last night. Some sort of remark that I was trying to get him, but he got me instead. I don't know. I can't keep doing this to myself. Yes, he pays me, but I'm starting to feel that I deserve the treatment. I almost wish I would have choked to death right about now. I know these hospital bills are going straight to the garbage. I feel like I was beaten up. Was I? Would I remember that? Doctors think I was raped and asked me where I was tonight. I just said, I don't remember. Probably just assume I'm a prostitute. Might as well be. Love, T. That's interesting. January 3rd, 2007. Dear Diary, ugh, what a night. I only made $50 on stage and $50 on a dance. My beginner's luck was officially worn off. No regulars came in tonight. I hate having to compete with girls who'll do anything for $20. Well, actually, $18 after the tip. Though, rough. Why am I living in LA again? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be the next Marilyn Monroe or something. Even I don't remember anymore. But I ask you, do you think Marilyn subjected herself to eating large amounts of food in front of a chubby chaser while being completely naked? Oh, and this was in 15-minute VIP. Oh, wow. Being desperate is an understatement. Yes, this guy said he'd be watching me for the past 3 months since I started and was fascinated about my weight loss since last October. Annoyed, I was about to leave until he said he'd get a dance. Great. Worked 8 hours and got one lousy dance. He took out Twinkies. I'm not joking. And asked me to suck the filling out and smear the sponge part all over my face. I didn't want to do all that because it's just like offensive, but I told him I'd do it for an extra $20. See, I wouldn't do it for $20. I would not do this for $20. Okay, he agreed, but after only one bite, he walked out of the dance and demanded his money back. Of course, my manager, being Persian, refused, but I still had to pay a $10 fine at the end of the night. Why? I still don't know. So I guess I'm going to take the $50 and invest in some new shoes. Been learning some new pole tricks. Still unsure of what I'm doing on stage. Oh, and nobody appreciated my Buddy Holly set tonight. So tired. Going to eat some leftover pizza. Maybe that should be part of my stage show. Love, Trish. February 9th, 2007. Dear Diary, what is happening? I can't get a dance to save my life, and my car broke down on the way home tonight. I just left it on the side of the road. I didn't know what to do. Is this a punishment from God? I know I shouldn't be stripping, but why am I always the one getting punished? Have no idea how I am going to afford to get this fixed when I couldn't even afford my taxi ride home. The taxi driver took my name and address down and told me he'd be back in a week for me to come up with the money. I know I will find someone to borrow it from, but it still leaves me with a sick feeling. On top of that, I haven't paid this month's rent. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm always looking for a sign from God. I just don't like that all these signs are trying to detour me from my path to stardom and happiness. Why can't I just be rich? I need more money, but what? I don't know what or how. I've had sex before, but the guy never called me back. I couldn't imagine selling sex. I feel terrible for having it with a guy I barely knew, but to get paid for doing that, I guess technically Mr. Black paid for sex, but I really felt like he loved me and we had a soul connection. And even though I haven't seen him since New Year's Eve, I still feel like he loves me and was just helping me out with the money he gave me. So I don't want to consider that money for sex. It just wasn't like that. To have sex with someone you're not in love with, it just sounds like a suicide getaway. If God loved me, he'd give me a good sign that I'm headed in the right direction. It's like it should only be going up from here. It has to. Looking at Craigslist for new cars, new jobs. I love going onto the adult section to see what people offer. One guy said he'd pay a girl $300 for a hand job. I emailed him from my fake account to see what he'd say, but he wants to come over to my house. I just couldn't do that, so I stopped and deleted the account. I'm such a wimp. Story of my life. I need a car. God, please help me fix my car. Love, T. So yeah, I mean, 20 bucks is important to her. She can't afford the car, you know, the taxi ride home. So that $20, yeah, that was really important to her. March 3rd, 2007. Dear Diary, for once it's early. Home by 9 p.m. and what a day. My car is still broken down and there's still no money to fix it. So I took the bus onto work for day shift again. Day shift strippers can be divided into two categories, moms and fat chicks. And I'm beginning to think the few customers who trickle in, they know this. These fetishes go for the extremely large, like Brooklyn, or the chick who has had so many kids, there is no elasticity left in her undercarriage, Sapphire. What a horrible thing to say in 2007. She says, or the chick who had so many kids, there's no elasticity left on her undercarriage. Well, her mom got a vagina rejuvenation. So her mom did. So maybe her mom was Sapphire. No, I'm just kidding. Her mom wasn't Sapphire, but for her to say that about another person when her mother, okay. Considering I haven't made money these past few days, figured I'd change my strategy to being middle-aged, stuffed, and mopey. Today was officially my record day as far as day shifts go. Brooklyn and Sapphire had a total of 0 dances, while Presley had a total of 6, including VIP dances. Her stage name is Presley at this point, if you guys don't know. New engine, check. New engine? You guys know how much a new engine costs? So she writes new engine, check. New headshots, check. And she just didn't have any money. And now she's got thousands and thousands for a new engine. To remember for tomorrow and next week, even smaller G-string and no cardio. Also, my 2 oldest kids I had at 15 and 16, and my middle is from an abandoned sperm. Even youngest is only 6 weeks old. I know, I do look good for just having a baby. Also, Google 2 blonde boys and a mixed infant. Got to save my phone to show the pictures. This is all made up and a lie. She's never had kids. This is what she's saying she just made up. Day shift isn't so bad. It's safer. And I don't have to waste my time talking to the guys. Wish I didn't have to miss auditions. Hopefully, car will be up by the end of this month. Going to take a shower. Period plus dancing equals mess. The cook from next door tried pushing me down onto his lap. Big mistake for him, cheap ass. I told him he better wipe that ketchup off his crotch before going back to work. Tired, daytime shift, ninja stripper out. Love tea. Oh my God. Oh Lordy. Can we just do one more? Okay. Let's just do one more. Dear Diary, tonight is my 19th birthday. I'm sorry, May 8th, 2007. Dear Diary, tonight is my 19th birthday. I celebrated by buying a big sheet cake for myself and taking it to work. All the girls there are calling me anorexic, so I wanted them to see it. Truth be told, I'm on a sort of a cleanse. I've been cleansing my body for the past 6 weeks, down to about 120, but still think I'm too fat. I posted a video on YouTube before coming to work tonight. It was my warm-up dancing to a song from the Reservoir Dogs soundtrack. I guess one of the girls found my YouTube channel. She actually thought it was pretty cool, even though she said my apartment looked like a dump, which it is. My manager found out it was my birthday, and I'm thinking he knew from MySpace, even though we're not friends. He was very sweet, brought me some vodka. I know that may not seem like a sweet gesture, but for him, it was. I met the sweetest gentleman tonight, too. His name, he said his name was Rod Thunder. Sounded like a fake name, but heck, I said my name was Presley. He was really fascinated with my name choice. He talked about loving Elvis as a boy. I blushed a lot too, because he was so cute. He showed me pictures of his 13-year-old daughter, and I just smiled, knowing a father could love his daughter so much and would be proud that he'd even show a stripper a picture of her. I could tell he loved her, said he hustled for her. I joked that he was a drug dealer. He said I was close. He was an actor. He did look somewhat familiar, I suppose. He said I was pretty and that he was probably too old for me. I could have played into that, played him, but I had a weird amount of respect for him. So much so that I didn't even ask for a dance. He said it would be inappropriate to exchange email addresses. I gave him mine. He was also the first person I told my real name to in the club. He was very handsome. He made me just smile and got me giddy for some reason. I told him it was my birthday and he was sorry I was working. I said I don't mind because I don't know that many people. Not much exciting about after that. Ate my whole cake and split the vodka with some of the girls. As I was getting ready to leave, my manager walked in with a beautiful bouquet of roses that looked like something a big movie star would receive after winning an Oscar. No Oscar. They were from Rod. I'd never gotten anything so spectacular in all my life. And tonight, these long stem roses were better than any money or any dance sold. These were the kind of gesture just for some conversation. It touched my heart. Back to dieting tomorrow. I don't think anyone would have brought me such flowers 20 pounds ago. Wish I would have talked to my dad or mom tonight. I miss them. I'm sure they want nothing to do with me. That's okay. Rod felt a lot like my father, actually. It felt really good. Love, T. Okay, so that will be it for this video. I will be reading in the next video, June 2nd, 2007. Very small book we have here, and we're moving quite along. Leave your comments down below. Make sure to like this video, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye.